All right, live. All right, everyone, welcome back to House Government Operations and Military Affairs. It is still the 4th of February, Wednesday. And we are doing an introduction and walkthrough on H811, an act relating to election of adjutant and inspector general of the Vermont National Guard. It has me as the lead sponsor, but I'm also the sponsor of this bill with Representative Hango. So she had closer contact to this bill than I did, so I'll let her speak to it.
Do you want me to just tell
Sure.
how it came about
Yeah.
really quickly during this preparation for the election of the Adjutant General, which is on February 19th? The candidates discovered that to figure out how they needed to be listed on the ballot with the Secretary of State's office, they had to go to the general elections statute for state employees, I believe it is. Is that correct?
It's under Title II, which is, I think, under the legislature.
Right, okay. So then there was nothing under the Adjutant General statute about the election of and how you get your name on the ballot as a candidate. So we thought it would be great to cross-reference that. So anybody easily looking for it could find it right there under the Adjutant General statute. But I will turn this over to counsel, who is much better at the description of the bill. Thank you.
Right, so Sophie Tadatny for the Office of Legislative Counsel. And is it okay if I share my screen?
Please do.
Sure. I think so as Representative Hango said, this is a pretty straightforward short form bill. It would really just involve adding a cross-reference to Title II, which sets the date, time, and place for the election of the Adjutant General. The full name is Adjutant and Inspector General, but it is the Adjutant General. Into Title 20, which is where the language is around the biennial election of the Adjutant General. And so it's just connecting the dots. So if somebody is interested and they're looking, which makes perfect sense, in Title 20 for information about the election of the Adjutant General, they would just have the connection back to Title II, which tells them the date, the time, and how that works. So that's essentially what the short form is. And again, it would be a very short bill. It probably as long as the short form is how long the bill would be. But yeah, if there's any questions on that, and I think I have, it's helpful, I could.
Yes, Representative Ismail.
So it was decided that they go in alphabetical order, like all the
Are you talking about the introduced by?
well, on the ballot themselves.
Oh, I thought you were talking about, sorry.
On the ballot themselves, is that addressed in here?
No, the statute just simply, so under Title II, it just provides at 10 o'clock and 30 minutes forenoon on the 7th Thursday of the second year of the biennial session, the Senate and House of Representatives shall meet in joint assembly and proceed therein to elect the state officers. And it's the 2 legislative trustees for the Vermont State Colleges and the Adjutant General. It doesn't, there's nothing about what the ballot looks like in state law.
So I guess that leads me to believe, I'm just questioning as to why we list everything in alphabetical order if it doesn't say you have to. You don't list them by party, in alphabetical order by party. Always listed all candidates for any office on a ballot in alphabetical order.
Are you talking about state election or
General
like
election.
the ones you administer as a town clerk versus legislative
I'm
elections?
talking about general elections,
Okay.
state elections, federal elections, they're all in alphabetical.
Correct me if I'm wrong, counsel, but this statute is specifically for legislative elections, not general elections or local elections. Is that correct?
Yeah, this is just under, I can call it up. I had it a moment ago and then. Figure out how to get to where I want to get to. Oh, here we go.
What can I ask? We'll talk while she's looking that up. So do we not vote by ballot for these people?
We do,
We do,
We do.
but it's
but it,
its own separate process.
So will there be enough, then the question is, will there
I
be
have no
enough?
idea.
That's what I'm just trying to figure out, if they're by alphabetical order or not.
Right, so this is the current language that's in Title II. And then C is the language here on the Adjutant Inspector General, and it just sets the date. And, the Senate and House of Representatives meet in joint assembly and proceed therein to elect the officers. It doesn't say anything about what the order on the ballot is.
And I was having trouble finding that again just now.
It's under Legislature, General Assembly. I think it's under like general provisions. It's right at the start of Title II.
and I can't recall how
Yeah, I
it's,
got it.
but like judicial retention, the adjutant general, and things of that nature, like. Directly speaks to how to like enumerate the candidates.
And you said section 10, right?
Yeah, and then it's C. It's the language that deals specifically with the Adjutant General.
But it's completely separate from any statutes that deal with a general election.
Right.
And when that cross-reference appears, will it appear? I'm not sure where it appears, at the bottom of that section of statute.
The way it's currently drafted is it would appear in the other statute. It would appear
Okay.
in Title 20, which talks about a biennial election for the Adjutant General. Because that's where all the Adjutant General stuff is and the National Guard stuff. So it makes sense people would look there. So then the question is, how would they know that this is the time and place of when it occurs?
And interestingly enough, Title 20 is titled Internal Security and Public Safety. Or am I looking in the wrong place?
Nope, you're in the right.
Yeah.
Well, again, I guess the National Guard is internal security.
Yeah. So you,
At its core, right? I mean, I'm just trying to think through how they thought about it. They built this title, right?
and then
It was
you have to
probably
go to. a
Because it was the
different
evolution of militia into the National Guard, so internal security. I can see that nexus.
And then chapter 23 is the Adjutant Inspector General.
So my anticipation is this is the language that would, that under A1, where it says the General Assembly should elect an Adjutant and Inspector General for a term of 2 years, that the reference would then go in there. Pursuant to VSA and C.
Okay, chapter 21, not 23. Okay. Anybody have references? Okay.
So if we went to the elections, statute, does it list the General Assembly under the elections? To ballots, how they are to be printed? We cross-reference that.
Not sure where you're going. with
Yeah, I'm not
that.
understanding.
For state rep or,
We still don't know how we're gonna print the ballots.
well,
Well,
they know how to print the ballots.
Well, that's what I'm saying, is it cross-referenced into, does it state in statute how they have to be listed?
It wouldn't be in the election statute.
It would be in this.
It's in the legislature statute
Well, it's
currently.
Well, it could, we don't know, I mean, it could be in elections under ballot printing, and then it could have listed all of the different types of ballots, but I just wanna make sure that we're not printing them, but if that's not up to us, then.
No, the clerk's office prints them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a less formal process than election at the municipal, county, or statewide level, yes.
I'm assuming they're gonna be in alphabetical order, but
It's been a long time since we've had a contested election and I can't remember 8 years ago how they were listed. But the House clerk will know.
She'll know. Faith in
an instant. You would like to ask her.
And I mean, and that might be something that includes in like house rules on how to do this, because we also do the same practice for like retention. When we elect members to be on like the board of trustees for the college and university system. Oh, wow, did you hear your?
Wait, did you just hear?
Did you just hear your
No,
name?
we were just talking about you. Talking about the, please join. Please join. Have a seat right at the big table.
Oh, yeah. What's going on?
Could you identify yourself for the record?
That's Ann Rask, clerk of the house.
Thank you very much. So,
So my question is, when you do the ballot for the General Assembly or for the election of the adjutant, will they be listed in alphabetical order?
I believe so. Actually, I think we have it in our calendar. Let's take a look. Yeah.
is it governed by rules or statute?
It would be rules, and I actually think this is just our custom, and by our, I'm referring really to the Senate because the Senate administers joint assemblies. But if we go to the back of our house calendar, we have our informational notices.
It's fine.
Here.
Have someone that knows what they're talking about.
Occasional exercise.
So here's our joint assembly notice. It starts at the bottom of page 376 of today's house calendar. All nominations for these offices, the nominations will be presented in alphabetical order prior to voting, so I'm nearly certain my representatives know that it would be the candidates would be in alphabetical order.
Perfect, thank you.
Yeah.
But like what dictates that it lives in rules and not statute?
Exactly. Right.
Yes, that was also another component of the question.
Yep.
You glad you stuck your head in?
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, nice to see you.
Okay, I'll tell her later. Any other questions?
We love all this out.
No.
No?
We did not put it up for a vote within 24-hour period. I appreciate it, yeah. Okay, this is now clear, and I feel like we've educated ourselves beyond
Yes.
the scope of the bill's purpose.
Absolutely.
As Sadatni, I definitely think there should be some thought given to not always doing it alphabetically.
It's just not fair.
So.
Forever at the end.
Right. Always easy to find my name at a conference, though. It's like, I'm the last one.
All right, and so we're still continuing some conversations with other military relevant bills, so does the committee identify this as one of the things for potential inclusion? All right.
Sure, yeah.
All right. I guess it's promptly to 2:45. Perfect timing. Anything else for council? We are on time, but we are gonna wait for Mr. Devlin to arrive. So if you could take us off, and we'll be back as soon as council for the next matter arrives.
Thank you.